Hello students, grade 6, subject science. Today's topic electricity and circuits. We have seen from where does an electricity come, uses of electricity. In today's topic, we are going to learn electric circuit. Electric circuit is a closed path along which electric current can flow. To make electric circuit, we require electric cell, bulb and wire. You can see the diagram of electric cell, then wire, second one diagram, electric bulb. It has also two terminals, electric dry cell. It has also two terminals, positive terminal, negative terminal, plus, minus. It is written there. Now this is an closed electric circuit. How do you prepare this? First of all, two terminals of the electric cell are connected to terminal of the bulb by electric wires, as you can see in the figures. Then electric current will flow through the wires and bulb will glow, right? So here the closed path is completed, then one electric circuit is completed. If any wire is broken in between, bulb will not glow. Or if the dry cell, if it will be finished, then also it will not, bulb will not glow. Or sometimes the bulb will not okay, then also it will not glow. So there are possible many reasons for not getting light the bulb. Here you can see electric circuit, complete path from one terminal of an electric cell through the bulb and back to the terminal of the electric cell. It is known as electric circuit. So this is the definition of electric circuit. Electric circuits provides a complete path for electricity to pass, current to flow between two terminals of the electric cell. In electric circuit, the direction of the current is taken to be from the positive terminal to negative terminal of the electric cell. Remember, the direction of electric current, you see the direction of electric current, upper one is a positive terminal. It is from positive terminal to negative terminal of the electricity. It is the direction of electric current. Now here you can see the different arrangement of electric cell and bulb. First one, you can see the bulb will glow. In B part, bulb will not glow. Why? Because wire is broken from the downside. In C part, bulb also will not glow because wire is broken from the upside. In D part, wire is also broken. E part, it is connected from, in D part it is connected from both negative terminals, so it is not, bulb will not glow. In E part, bulb will connected from positive terminal only, then it is also not glow. And in F part, bulb will glow if you connected reverse terminal, then also bulb will glow. So these are the different arrangement of electric cell and bulb. So dear students, when the bulb will glow? When two terminals of the electric cell are connected to two terminals of the bulb, current will flow and bulb will glow. But if break in the path of current, means if the wire will be break, current will not flow, bulb will not glow. So this figure represent closed circuit. No break in the path of the current from one terminal to other terminal of the cell. While in the case of this, you see break in the path, so it is represent as open circuit. This is your open circuit. So the questions form: the path along which electric current flow is called electric circuit. Next question: electric current flow in dash circuit and electric cannot flow in dash. So the answer is electric current flow in closed circuit while electric current cannot flow in open circuit. Dear students, sometimes an electric bulb does not glow even if it is connected to the cell. This may happen if the bulb has fused, means the bulb will not work properly. An electric bulb may fuse due to many reasons. One reason for the bulb to fuse is break in its filaments. A break in the filament of electric bulb means break in the path of current between the terminals of the electric cell. Therefore, a fused bulb does not light up as no current pass through its filaments. Now you can prepare homemade torch. As you see the figure, homemade torch. So for that, the procedures are here. Take a torch bulb and piece of wire. Remove the plastic covering at the two ends of the wire. Wrap one end of the wire around the base of an electric bulb. Fix the other end of the wire to the negative terminal of the electric set with rubber band. Now bring the tip of the base of the bulb, that is, its other terminal is connected with the positive terminal of the bulb. Does the bulb glow? Now move the bulb away from the terminal of the electric cell. Does the bulb remain lighted? Is this not similar to what you do when you switch your torch or on or off? You see, in on condition it is torch is on when you put the bulb on that terminal, and when you away from that bulb from that terminal, circuit is open, so bulb will not glow. 12 point figure 7, left hand side the circuit is closed, hence it is the bulb will glow. So we have seen how to make torch from home. Now let's we move to another topic, that is electric switch. When the switch is on, electric appliances work. When the switch is off, appliance does not work. So when the switch is on, exactly what happens? Circuit becomes complete and current flow. When the switch is off condition, circuit break, current does not flow. So a switch is a simple device that either breaks the circuit or complete the circuit. So this is the definition of switch, or you can say the function of switch. Now making a switch. For that we can make a switch by using two drawing pins or safety pin, two wires and a small sheet of thermocol or a wooden board. Insert a drawing pin into the ring at the one end of the safety pin and fix it on the thermocol sheet. Make sure that safety pin can be rotated freely. Now fix the drawing paper on the thermocol sheet in a way that the free end of the safety pin can touch it. Dear students, this is a diagram of simple switch. So the safety pin fixed in this way would be our switch in this activity. Here you can see with the help of this switch, circuit is completed, correct? With these two pins, then a safety pin is there, one and attached with the safety pin, one wire is attached, and in other safety pin, other terminal is attached. So by this way you can prepare the simple switch in closed circuit, right? So now make a circuit by connecting an electric cell and bulb with this switch. Rotate safety pin so that it's free and touches the other drawing pins. What do you observe? You can observe over here that now it is in working condition. When you touch this safety pin to the other pin, circuit is closed. When you away from that pin, when you away safety pin from that pin, the circuit it is in open condition. Okay, so like this way we can prepare simple circuit using switch. In this simple circuit you can see safety pin it is touched, so bulb will glow. Here is also it is in on condition, bulb will glow. So the safety pin cover the gap between the drawing pins when you made in touch of to them. In this position switch is said to be on. Since the material of the safety pin allows the current to pass through it, the circuit was complete. Hence the bulb glow by this condition. Now you see the figure, safety pin away from that pin, so bulb will not glow. So this is open circuit or the switch is off. So when the safety pin was not in touch with the other drawing pin, in this position the switch is said to be off. The bulb did not glow when the safety pin was not touching with the other drawing pin because the circuit was not complete as there was a gap between the two drawing pins. Okay, so like this way students you also prepare simple circuit using dry cell, pin and bulb and wires. So you can prepare this as a model of closed circuit. Okay, so when you will come to see your notes of this chapter, please bring it this model. So that will be a science enrichment activity test. So I will give you a marks. You see bulb glow when switch is on, bulb did not glow when switch is off. Like this way you can prepare. Thermocol paper, on that thermocol paper pin is inserted. Okay. So now the question, where the free ends of the two wires should be joined to make the bulb glow. Here's complete the circuit. Now let's we see working of a torch, how it works. You see this is the simple diagram of torch where you can see two cells are there, electric cells, then plastic casting is there, reflector is there, bulb is there. As we have just now we have seen the simple torch to prepare, dry cell, bulb and wires. Right, here bulb glows when current is when circuit is complete, when switch is on. In diagram you can see switch is on, batteries both terminal they are connected. Here when switch is off, batteries one of the terminal is not connected, so circuit is not complete. Next point, electric conductors and insulators. What is mean by electric conductors and what is mean by insulators? What is the difference between them? What are the examples of conductors and what are the examples of insulators? So let's we study in this topic. So first of all, dear students, conductor means material which allow electric current to pass through them. it is conductors of electricity. Means the material from which the current pass, all metals, most probably all the metals current can pass from them. Say for example, silver, copper, iron, aluminium, steel, etc. A few non-metal like graphite, oxygen, nitrogen, right, is also few non-metals like graphite is also conductor of electricity. Sorry, oxygen, nitrogen is not there. A few non-metals like graphite, it is also a conductor of electricity. Then human body, then water, from which electric current pass. From human body electric current pass. So our body is a conductor. From water electric current pass. So water is a conductor. So insulator definition is just vice versa of conductors. Material that do not allow electric current to pass through them, they are insulators. Insulator examples: rubber, plastic, wood, glass, air, cotton, jute. These all are insulators, right? That's why whenever the electrician, when he all the equipments of electrics, it is made up of that plastic material, right? That hand, right, one of the hand is that metal and other end it is made up of plastic or fiber. So the electrician or that whoever the person who repairing the electric items, right, so it is protected when that hand of that particular equipment it is made from plastic, right. So whenever we repair some electric items, we have to use insulator materials, so we can save from that electric currents, right. Now by using that electric model, we have to keep a gap of the wire. In that gap, take one key, and that key it is metal. So from that key, now attach these two point of the wire with this key. If the bulb will glow, then you can say that the particular given material is a conductor. So here when you put the eraser instead of key, current flow? No, because eraser it is a rubber, barabar. So it is insulator. So current will not pass, so bulb will not glow. Now instead of key, put that water tray, the tray which is metal tray and it contains water. So put that point of the terminal of the wire, insert in that water for, right. So can current pass? Yes, current will pass because water is a conductor. Okay, so instead of that that key, put chalk or plastic pen. Will current pass? No, because it is a non-conducting material, or you can say insulator. So current will flow because metal key allows current into the current to pass through it. So this is the model which verify whether the object is conductor or insulator. Okay. Now here the question: explain why the bulb would not glow in this arrangement. Bulb would not glow because this one side it is metal but other side it is a screwdriver, right, and which is made up of plastics. So here the circuit will not complete, so current will not pass and bulb will not glow. Dear students, if two wires, one is attached on the metal part and other is also attached into the with the metal part, then bulb will glow. But one is attached with the metal part and other is attached to the plastic part, or both attached with the plastic part, bulb will not glow because from plastic current will not pass. Now very interesting question: why do electricians wear rubber gloves while working? Just now I have discussed. One of the most important items for electrician to wear the rubber insulated gloves which act as a barrier against the electric shocks. Correct. So we can save from the hazards of electric current when if we use these rubber glues. Here you can see the construction of our wires. Our wires, it is outer cover is plastic covering and inside copper wire is there. So copper wire, metal wire which is covered with this plastic material. That's why if we touch the wire, we do not get the feeling of electric current because plastic covering it is insulator. Inside metal is there, right? But if we touch the copper wires, then we get of electric current. You see this electric iron. From handle's part you see it is made up of plastic body. Why? Because we touch that body and iron the clothes. So it is an insulator, so people cannot get the shock of electricity. Okay, that's why handle which is made up of plastic body. As you know the symbol of this khatra, danger, on transformer of that pole, right? This type of symbol you can visualize. Electric train on that platform also you can see this danger because 25,000 voltage current is there. You must have seen the danger sign displayed on the poles electric substation and many other places. It is to warn people because electricity can be dangerous if not handled properly. So carelessness in handling electricity and electric device can cause severe injuries and sometimes even death due to electric shocks. Such type of symbol indicates on public places be careful with electricity. So dear students, here this chapter is over here. So next time we will see the notes and question answers of this chapter. Have a nice day. Thank you.